Hey, what up, guys? I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
What's up, guys?
Well, listen, man, it's been a while since we've been back in the studio. You understand?
What's
been
up, y'all?
God dang, how long has it been? Was it 4?
Couple weeks. We had a couple of onliners.
At least 3.
And
I think
then
at
the
least
one
for
where
me.
we were not there at all.
Well, we back now. We had some fun ones.
Bike.
We back in the studio. We got a very special guest in here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you guys have heard, but we stepping it up. You know what I'm saying? We get the stars in here. You know what I'm saying? In a minute, y'all ain't gonna be able to afford us. We're gonna have to raise the price on YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, I wanna do this right. So let me make sure. NBA expert, okay.
Yeah.
I producer, all of that. I got that part right there, but wanted to make sure I had everything right. So I know
It's a unique list. More unique than we're used to.
Yeah, because it's not just like it's not just
Comedian, personality.
Well, let's just give it a try. Ladies and gentlemen, you may have seen him as Simon Drake on season 3 and 4 of How to Get Away with Murder.
Come on.
As Amir on the Showtime series The Chi, and on Disney's The Lion Guard as he voices. I'm gonna say this one wrong. Azad.
You said that perfect.
I said it right.
Perfect.
Okay,
Azad, 3 for
ladies
3.
and gentlemen, but outside of that, activists. When everything was going on during the quarantine, this brother was out there on the front line.
In
he
the
was
field.
calling cops out. He was doing Zoom lives with cops and giving them the facts, and they had no answer to it. I did a deep dive. I was like, oh, Behzad, been out here. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Welcome to the show, Behzad, Dabu. Ba, 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 ba.
That's a great
Hey.
intro. That was
Hey,
an amazing
man.
intro. So you went and saw that Zoom, huh? With that police chief?
I did. He was like, well, wait, 1 second. What are you talking about? No. Since the beginning of this year.
Call them out.
Calling them out. But also, if you were a fan of Zoom with the Homies, you also would have seen Behzad on one of the episodes of Zoom with the Homies, too. He pulled up. So, you know what I'm saying? Just letting you know, we out here, ladies and gentlemen. We out here.
wow.
But thank you for coming, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely,
Appreciate it.
man.
Appreciate
How
it.
did it feel to press a cop with no consequences?
It's scary because I have other friends who were activists during that whole sort of the resurgence of BLM during 2020 when people cared for like 6 months, and there were stories of the people who were on the front lines getting pulled over double the amount, getting like extra things like there's
Wow.
I'm not gonna sit here and like conspiracy theory, but I do think there's like a list.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm
absolutely.
on it now. If there's a list, I'm on it now.
Oh, yeah. you first of all, you're calling out cops, and then you got the nerve to be brown, too?
The abuse will go up.
You got
So
some
that guy-
nerve on
The
you.
abuse levels
That
will
was a little
raise.
scary, but like I wasn't even trying to call him out. That's the thing. I wasn't trying to be combative. I was just asking logical questions. You know, they keep saying they were like, you know, you should comply. Well, I was like, well, here's 10 cases where people complied and got shot.
Well, if you're not being logical, that is pressing someone. If they're not being logical, asking logical questions, it's just like, man, you know we don't know.
Yeah, for sure. And
You know
I
we
asked
don't
them, I
know.
said, because I was at a protest like 2 days before, and they did this thing, I think they call it boxing or squaring or something like that, where they'll put people on 4 sides of an intersection. They'll have like their police lines, and they'll tell you to turn around and go, but you can't. So you turn around and go, and then 2 blocks later, you're boxed in. And then you go down another street, you're boxed in. So they're every side is saying turn around and go, but they know they're kenneling you. That's the word, kenneling.
Wow.
So they kennel you, and then they just start shooting the rubber bullets. But the thing is, and they're like, well, you're not listening. It's like, we actually
How
can't.
can we? You
We
guys
can't.
have, yeah.
And the only
Different-
ways out,
wow.
and they're smart about this, are these little alleyways. You go through the little like alleyways behind buildings to try to get to your car, get to where
Yeah.
you're going, and they're on the other end of the alleyway.
Wow.
So I was like, so what should I do in that situation? Well, you know, you should listen to the police. Well, I did listen to the police,
Right.
but there's other police. You know, I just got him logic, and he was mad. What? And then he finally goes, well, I don't know what to tell you. And I was like, then burn it down.
Let's burn the system down. My thing is that they always tell people to stay calm. And, we've said it. A lot of people have said it, like, telling me to stay calm when I'm not trained to stay calm.
With a gun in my face.
With a gun in my face. When you're
supposed to
trained,
do.
you go through an extensive training to remain calm in hostile situations, and you still react by shooting somebody. So how do you expect me, a civilian who has no training other than my upbringing in the hood, which I guess technically could count as training, but how do you expect me to perform like level-headed when I have no training and you have a gun in my face, and you're screaming at me, and here comes some more of your gang members. They're surrounding me. So why?
And they act scared. I mean, I remember once I approached a cop car that was parked in a gas station for directions, and it was like, whoa, 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 back up. And I'm like, why are you so scared of me? Mm-hmm. Like, why are you so? I'm a 5'8" skinny dude. Like, why are you so scared?
Break out the training. Break out all that training.
I'm in like athletic shorts and a t-shirt. Like,
right.
why are you so scared?
They
of
don't
me?
do a lot of training.
They're
You know
not
it takes.
They're not as trained as you think.
They're not as trained as barbers.
No,
They're
I
basically
believe that.
given the equipment of the
No,
military
seriously.
with no training.
You have to do
I believe that
longer
100%.
learning. You have to do longer training and to be a barber than you do to be a cop.
Wow.
Damn.
That's not an exaggeration. That's just real facts. You have
Wow.
to get more hours in to be a barber. But I get it though, because lying is a serious business. You fuck up somebody's line and they might fuck up your whole house. You fuck up my lining, bitch, and I can't book no commercials because I can't take my hat off in this Toyota commercial. I'm fucking somebody up.
Police are, it's pretty important. Police are very. I don't think it's for us to be calm. Y'all heard about that story of the lady who got out of her cuffs in the backseat of a car and then got a machine gun and shot it,
Oh
and then
my
she
God.
still got arrested peacefully.
That blows my fucking mind.
And it's not like we're like over here like, man, you should have killed her. It's
Right.
just like the comparison is just like,
The
man,
contrast
you weren't
is-
scared. She had a machine gun.
It's blinding.
She had
It's
your
not even
machine
like
gun.
bothersome. It's blinding the contrast
Right.
of treatment when it comes to color and race. Like,
Can you imagine if January 6th was mostly black and brown people?
Oh my
Oh,
god!
it would have been a
Can
massacre.
you
It would've been a massacre.
imagine?
It would have been. It
man.
would have been Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
In DC.
And can you imagine if a couple of them had turbans?
Oh.
Oh, they wouldn't have been able to. See, the thing is, they would have never gotten as far as they did should that
Yeah.
have happened. They wouldn't have gotten to these steps of the
They wouldn't have.
Right, that's true. And they still would have been talking about it. Seems like that was a pretty huge event that got swept under by about February 7th. Everyone was just like, everyone was just like,
They was trying to sweep it off on January.
But speaking of violence from the barbers, though, I was once on set and there was a lady who did hair on set, and I went in to get a fade, and she said, "Oh, I don't really do men, but I can do it." And I said, And then she goes, "What do you want? A quick 1, 2, 3?" That's what she called it, a quick 1, 2, 3. And I realized she was gonna give me a 1, and then a 2,
Right.
and then a 3,
with no blender.
Instead
and it was gonna
fading.
just be a lot. I was like,
it's hilarious.
You gotta say no. I've
That's
been in
when
a
you
chair
have to
before.
say
and
no.
had
I
to
said-
say
One,
I
two,
said,
three.
I said, that's cool. Let me run to the bathroom real quick. I ran to the bathroom. That's when I talked to the PA. Like, yo, no.
Yeah.
She said a 1, 2, 3, and I talked
a
to the
very
only black
abrupt
PA I
fade.
said. He was like, "Oh, I got you. I got
Yeah,
you." I was like,
yeah,
"No,
I'm
no, I'm
good.
not doing no quick 1, 2,
Yo,
3."
that is
That's
such.
wild.
It's still at a huge disadvantage having people of color on movies and show sets to actually know how to do people of color's hair. Like that is, it's still at such a crazy offset that they don't. I will say this MasterCard commercial I did a couple months ago, they had all black staff, all black hair, PAs, all of it. It was beautiful. And it was also like, but the lady still fucked up my hair though.
Well, I should shout
Dang.
out somebody.
Yeah.
There's an actress from Chicago. She's in LA. Her name's Tiffany Yvonne Cox, and she is working to change that in our union. So she has started like a I don't know what you want to call it. She started like a committee, a thing, a petition, something to if there are a certain amount of people of color on a show, that there is a person of color doing hair and makeup on that show.
Oh, that's so
she
overlooked.
is gaining, and so she is leading the charge to do it. She's doing it within SAG-AFTRA to
Tiffany
make it a
Yvonne
rule.
Cox.
She's a great actress.
on.
She's on a whole bunch of shows. She just got on a Hulu show. There's a Deadline article. I forget the name of the show, but so shout out to her doing the work
awesome.
in the union to do that.
That's fantastic, man. That's such an overlooked thing that I feel like I don't even think if like white people would even think of that. It's not even just like,
Right.
nah, let's keep
because
listening.
the system's set up for white people.
Right.
It's
So
set up
that's
for,
just one
for
of
white men. Her, right?
Yep, that's her.
Yeah, I've definitely seen her out before.
Yeah, she's great.
Well, before we go any further, we do this intro song.
Oh, okay.
And we can only do it when we're in person because it doesn't work well when we try to do it over like Zoom or something like that. You know, I just tries the microphone tries to recognize the person that's talking most, and it's basically we do it like a rap, and we change it every intro that we actually do it is never the same. We just try to rhyme the same words together. So we try to rhyme basically damn it that you scary with Mary, Harry,
Dairy.
Cinerary, Dairy,
Fairy.
Fairy, Larry,
Cherry.
Cautionary.
Okay.
Cautionary. and a long cautionary tale. So we do that, and yeah, man, I don't know if he told you about that.
No, I was not told.
Perfect.
But I feel like
Even better.
Even better.
I feel like it's gonna be like, what's it called? The fat five? What's the five?
Five Fingers of
Five
Death?
Fingers.
Way-
That's what I feel like it's gonna
way less intimidating.
Way a little scary right now. I gotta come out like Lil Dicky and give you some writtens.
This is like the pinky toe of mid.
Yeah. It's
the pinky toes of mid.
When I went to a white high school and we would freestyle, I knew the white kids wasn't listening to Mobb Deep at the time, so I would just give them Mobb Deep lines.
Hilarious.
And they was like, "Oh shit!" And I was
Like
like,
verses, I got you stuck off the
Christ.
realness.
Like, one,
We be the
two,
infamous. You
three
heard of
to
us.
the four. I was like, P Double got that shit for y'all people to rock to, and they was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like,
It's crazy.
I was like, because none of y'all know Mobb Deep, and there was no.
And then you went home and listened to more. Like, I'm gonna kill him tomorrow.
And there was no Shazam at the
Shook
time.
ones.
You wasn't gonna like pull out your phone and Google the lyrics.
Yes.
Like unless you remembered my rhyme to type in your AOL later.
That's too risky. All it takes is one hip hop head with a backpack being like, "Hey, that's infamous."
They knew they knew three rappers. They knew Eminem, Jay-Z, and Nas. That's the three rappers they knew. And I was like, let me give him some Mobb Deep.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
You
That
were
makes
doesn't
a
work anymore.
mole.
Yeah, you can listen. That's Shazam. Why you freestyling? Whoa, my boy. What you just say? What you just say?
That'd be
All right,
hilarious.
so I guess this time we got a little time, so I can ask the Scary Squad, what do y'all want? I saw Trap Opera, and I haven't saw that in a while. So
Is that opera with the trap music or
Yeah.
trap rap to opera beat?
that's a good question.
I also don't really know what an opera beat is.
Some shit like that, right?
Yeah, that'll work.
But that would be
That's for Elise, I think.
lyrics, ain't it?
Yeah.
No, you can just rap to that. If I did, okay, so I typically start off the beat, and then Pat will start off the rap.
Please.
And then I guess we'll like either jump in with the ad-libs while Pat's rapping, and he'll pass it off, or they'll just like help with the hook or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So we'll try that. We'll do a regular rap, trap, and I'm going to take the opera beat and then just kind of trap
I may
it up.
play the DJ Khaled role.
Okay, there we go. Okay. God did. Behzad did.
Yeah. We in the opera house today, you know. Had to wake up early and watch this podcast, you know what I'm saying? Hey, woke up early with my Folgers. In here singing opera with my girl Olga. We some Vikings. We some Vikings. Hey, you hear my rapping, you know like it. Hey, we just eating cereal and Mary. Eating some with some cherries. Damn internet, you scary. I'm about to fuck a fairy. Just kidding, I'm about to do my shit. I'ma hit this whip. Then I'ma call your bitch. And then I'll strip and take a hit. Pass it off to my guest. And to my guest, he is the best.
We
From
the
your
best.
chest. Yeah, DJ Khaled, God did. What you got? Hey, yo. Hey. Cool.
I'm on the show called Damn Internet, You Scary. Earlier, I was talking about getting seasick on the ferry. We was going to Catalina Island. That's what we say when I'm not wildin'. And I'm talking Wile E. Coyote.
Yoda.
He was chasing that birdie.
Hey.
And I'm about to pass it to my guy.
Hey.
I saw him on stage. He was fly.
Hey.
Tahir. Take it to here.
Do.
Yo. Pulled up and a drop. Dropped the top. Rims didn't stop. Taking it back to the early 2000s. Got the spinning rims. About to run a mile. Picked up them new J's. Ran through the projects. Saw a bad chick. Had to holler. How you doing, bitch? I'm a real one. See me coming through. 2 in the morning. Dirt on my shoes. I just ran about a mile. Let me stop lying. I ain't ran, y'all. Been on vacation in Jamaica. Ladies waiting. Niggas hating. Got a bag of that Doja in the car. Listen to the Doja. She brought the Mexican pizza back. I thanked her. Then they took it away. Matter of fact, we banked it. All right, that's all I got. Yeah.
My knuckles started hurting.
Yeah,
Beat was dying.
I had nowhere to go with the raps. I was just like, all right, we
I
can
also realized we were playing Beethoven, which is an opera.
Oh, well, classical opera. I mean, you know, but you don't know the difference. They ain't gonna call us out. But you, classically trained as they goes like, wait. This is not sitting right with my heart.
Opera came about 300 years later.
So,
This
Pat,
was
you just had a
Beethoven.
birthday, man. How was the birthday?
Birthday was fun.
Yeah?
Birthday was cool. Got to travel a little bit. Got to
Did
hang
you
out with my
relax, though?
friends.
That's the real fucking question, because we take this time off. We go out of the city or out of the country, out of the state, wherever. But did you get a chance to actually relax and be in the moment?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I feel like the break was relaxing and cool enough. Did a whole bunch of stuff that was super dope. But the worker in me.
Yeah.
The worker in me was like, I gotta get all of this.
So you was filming?
I did. I filmed like a little mini travel show that I want to start doing.
Oh, man.
Motherfucker. Here's the
So
thing, guys.
that
I
was
just
like
want
half
to
of
remind
the-
y'all. 3 months ago, I said, Pat, let's get membership to the Soho House and let's do a travel show. He was with it, right?
Yeah, I'm still with
He
it.
was ready. He was ready. But we could have did that so he could have relaxed right now. Pat, he loves.
do it.
I'll be honest with you. I'm the same way though. I would much rather be tired than bored. And if I'm trying to relax and I'm sitting around, I realize I get to the point like I'm not paying attention to music and I'm not drifting and I'm not sitting in there now. I'm like, oh, I'm bored. And now I feel like I got to do something.
Right. And especially if it's just like you're in a place where it's just like, this is cool. I would like to show people this in a creative way. I mean, I you can't really turn that off.
When
I
I'm
know.
on vacation, I gotta limit the like relaxed days. So I'm like, if I go to if there's a vacation, I'll have like a couple days in the city where there's things to do or activities, and then it's like, oh, this is the beach town. I'm like, that's like 2-3 days max at the beach town, because then I'm just like, all right, I can't just lay here. I
Right.
can't just lay here on the beach. I don't
2-3
know
days
how.
is a good amount of time.
It is a
Yeah,
good
and
amount
then
of
it's
time.
like, okay, now I need to go to like the activity city where we can like go do things.
How long do you vacation at a time?
Honestly, like normally it's just like a couple days, but sometimes I do like the long, like I'll do like the 10-day.
Oh, nice.
Like the 10-day we going far away. But when I do that, I try to separate it where it's like, okay, let's do like a couple days in this town, a couple days in this town.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
you know, sometimes
That's
we'll be
dope.
like, oh, let's
That's
do
dope
the
in a
long,
place where
yeah.
I want to explore. When we were just on vacation, and it's one of those places where I don't want to do nothing, and it's also one of those places where clothing is optional, if you will. And so when clothing is optional, you don't have on something to have your phone.
Right.
You lose track of it.
You're actually not allowed to use your phone. In
Yeah,
those
you're
things,
not.
right?
You're really not. I mean, in common spaces you can, but like I wasn't chilling in the common spaces, so no. Like, for me, when I go to this place and relax, like I'm really chilling.
Yeah.
Like I found myself just staring off into the abyss, into the water.
That's great.
Watching. One day I watched cartoons for like 6 hours.
I love
I
that.
watched Teen Titans. I watched Amazing World of Gumball.
part of the vacation.
I watched Wee Baby Bears. I never watched that show. I watched
What
Wee
is
Baby
that?
Bear. It's the show with the 3 bears, like a
Wee
brown bear.
Wee Bear Bear?
Wee Bear Bear?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Wee Bear Bear. Whatever it is,
What the hell
man.
that is?
Bro, I just like, I had nothing to do, and I was like, I'm not going to do anything. And my phone was right there. I could have picked it up, but I was like, nope.
We're in productive culture where people like you gotta say I'm busy. It's like, oh man, life's busy. I'm working, I'm grinding.
Right.
It's like, and it's almost like if you're like, oh, what you doing? You're like, I'm just chilling right now, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
doing
almost
much.
feel embarrassed.
Yeah, they're
like,
like,
oh no, I'm busy too. I have to do all of this stuff. Well, me too.
exactly.
I have all this stuff to do.
And
It's
in
like,
my
no.
industry, we're like, I'm only working when I get work, and that might go 6, 7, 8 months without
Bro.
work. You know what I'm saying?
As an actor, you're unemployed as soon as they yell cut.
Cut. And here's the other thing about it that's worse. People don't realize. If an actor like me, I'll do 5, 6, 7, 8 episodes on a show. I did 20 episodes on a show once. But every time they call cut on an episode, I don't know if I'm coming back.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
the goodbyes start. All right, man. It was good to get to know
Yeah,
you, man.
They
Thank
don't
you
have
for
content.
everything.
They don't
Let me
have the
get
season planned out.
They do, but they don't tell you because if I know I'm coming back, then I'll negotiate. So they want to make you feel every episode is the last episode. Because if I know I have 8 episodes, well then I'm like, oh well shit, you wrote me in, so I can ask for whatever I want.
Right.
But if every episode feels like this is the last episode, then you call your agent like, well, we should take whatever they offer for this next
Yeah.
episode because this might be it.
Interesting.
So they don't want to let you know.
That's the shit that's
shady.
And listen, bro, this is the shit that sucks when you're in entertainment because y'all know y'all want to fuck with me. Like, just pay me my work. Give me a realistic. The fact that we have to negotiate And the fact that it's a rule that you never take the first offer. That's
Right.
a rule.
Oh, yeah.
That means that it is a shady fucking business that you know that they're not gonna offer you anything good the first time around.
No way.
It's such a fucked up.
So one
industry.
time I was on set and this prop dude, it was like the intern of an intern of an intern. There's like so many like of those people on sets, right? And he came up and he was like, hey, did you ever send us like a photo of you as a child? You know, and I was like, huh? No one ever asked me. And he goes, oh, okay. And he looked like right there he messed up. So I was like, let me think about this. So I started talking to people. Why do they want a photo of me? Well, they want a photo of me because they want to like build out my apartment, right? So if they want to build out my apartment, they're investing money into a set.
Yeah.
But that's not in the episode I'm shooting. Which means they're gonna build a set for my character's apartment in the future. That means I'm coming back. So that I was able to then call my team and be like, whatever they offer next time, don't take it.
Yeah.
Because they gonna spend way more. They gonna
Yeah.
spend way more on building that set than they'll ever spend on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like probably times 10.
Damn.
So, you know, it's one of those things where I was like, we got to take every little one of these things because there were so many times I'd be like, all right, man, it was really great to know you, man. Good to see you. Here's on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, I might never see you again.
Right.
And then 2 days later, it's like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right. So they might have known too.
They might have known, but
Yeah, that's
no
crazy.
one's allowed to tell you anything. And so, yeah.
That's
And
some
so,
reading between the lines.
Bro,
type
it's,
shit
and
right
it's so
there.
crazy because you ain't just like asking for a better pay. You have to ask for a better trailer. And they'll put you in a triple banger real quick or a honeycomb. You get a triple banger is better than a honeycomb. You put in a honeycomb, you basically in the wash closet with a toilet that may work and a very questionable sitting/laying bench.
whether you get food ordered for you or whether it's crafty.
Oh,
and
my
I remember
God.
one time, like the food ordered from, like we talking about a sandwich from Mendocino Farms, right?
Yeah.
We talking about like $14.
Right.
On a multi-million-dollar project.
Right.
We're talking about $14. And if you don't have it in your contract, the lady will come by at hair and makeup and be like, what can I get you? What can I get you? Skip over you because you're not on the list and be like, what can I get you? What can I get you? I'm like, I'm the only motherfucker who can't get a $14 sandwich here. Like,
You have to go over there to the tent.
yeah,
sweetheart.
you're
You
gonna
gotta
go
to
there.
Crafty
Exactly.
and
It's like,
lunch.
it's just like, come on now.
Bro, the first time
That's
I was trying to think
insane.
what was my first dope trailer. I had a decent one on the last one I did with Insecure, but I can't remember. One of them I had like the TV, the refrigerator, the DVD player, and all of that. It was laid out. Like I had 2 couches in that bitch, like real couches in there, and it was a pull-out joint. So the slide out the trailer. So I can't remember what project it was, but
That's great.
Yo, it was good.
That's like a
Like
third
it's
of
a
a
bed?
third, they call it, right? A third?
Yes.
That's called the third.
yeah.
What, it's like third of a big trailer?
So everybody, like, for people who don't know, like the trailers are pretty much the same size. And if you a top of the line star, like if it's like Viola Davis in How to Get a Murder, right? Then you get a full trailer.
You get a full trailer.
Right. But then if you a series regular, usually they divide that trailer into 3s. But the honeycomb he was talking about, or the Honey Wagon, that's when they take the same trailer, they divide it into 6 or 7. So you just get like a little slit, no bathroom.
Slither.
Right. It's just a mirror.
Yeah, with those little, like, you know those faucets where it only works if you're holding down on it? So you got to hold down with one hand, and then you got to do the quick switch, and the quick switch, and the quick switch.
Because like the bench is too high to sit on and have your feet touch the
Absolutely.
ground, but it's not long enough for you to actually lay on. So
And
you
it's
end up
shallow.
It's like this.
So you
much.
got good posture on it. You
Yeah,
sit down like
exactly.
You really just get a bathroom stall, it
It
sounds
really
like.
is. It really is.
with no bathroom.
But the bathroom might not work.
So you just got to walk somewhere else?
Yeah, there's like a walk community bathroom if you in the Honey Wagon.
That's just saying get out the sun here.
Yes.
You know what it really is?
You don't have to
know what
be
it really
there,
is?
so-
It's like put your bag down here.
Yeah.
Put-
And that way
put
they
your
don't
bag
have to
down
look
here.
for you. Because if
Yeah.
you're out in the tent, if you're in the tent area, you might walk around, you might go smoke, you might go over to Crafty. So when they come looking for you, you're not easily
Right.
accessible. If they put you in the wagon, they know where
Knock,
you
knock.
are, right? And they can drop all your stuff there and they don't have to look for you. That's really what it is. It's all about control.
100%.
All about control, man.
100%.
Shit is crazy.
The way I knew I was done on one show, when I knew I was done, is that same prop person who I thanked after that because I was like, you really helped me out. You know what I mean? He gave me the back of the chair, you know, where it has your name on
Yo,
it, like the back of the like.
Oh,
the
so he
actor's
was
chair.
like, you're not
producers.
coming back. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. So they folded up and said, "Hey, you should have this," and I was like, "Man, y'all ain't never offered me the back of the chair before."
And they with the American
Oh,
flag.
man. I said,
They folded the back of the chair like the
Damn.
American flag.
and I was like, 20 seconds ago, I told y'all about how like every time you think you're done,
Yeah.
every episode you're done. I was like, Oh, I'm done. I'm
done.
done.
That's crazy.
That's what I called the team,
That's
and I was
just like, oh, you guys killed my character.
Yeah, we done.
Big done.
Big done.
Wow.
Damn,
5
you said
episodes
you never got the back of the chair ever.
I never
before
got
that?
the back of Trevor before that. That was the first time they literally, you know, it has like the name of the show in the front and your name in
Yeah.
the back, and I was like, oh, I'm done. They was folded up all nice, like, here you go, man, you've been great, and I was like, ooh.
That's when you really start giving out the Instagrams.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There we go.
Let me get
I
your
don't have it on
information.
like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or Insecure. I never thought to take it
Yeah,
with me.
because you never know when you're done, and
Yeah.
that's when you start to think like, did I make enough for insurance this year?
Yeah.
Like, am I? How many more months of rent do I got
Bro.
covered in the bank? Because like, I might not
Damn.
work for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
I'm
months.
paying for insurance out of pocket right now. I didn't realize I had made enough money this year that I could have got SAG insurance.
Oh,
But
get
I've been
back
paying,
on.
I at this point it don't make much of a difference.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm still gonna have to pay regardless. Anyway.
120 a quarter. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
120 for 3 months, pretty good.
yeah, that is damn. That's
Yeah,
really good.
I only know I'm a SAG rep. I know all about the SAG shit.
We
You ever
gonna talk
text me?
after
Yeah,
this.
text me
Yeah,
if you ever
we
got
gonna-
SAG
That's
questions.
his job.
Because my insurance right now is $900 a month for 3 people.
Oh no, you should get on SAG insurance.
Okay,
You're gonna save thousands.
$900 a month.
a month.
Oh
yeah.
wait, but
God
there's
dang.
multiple people.
Yeah, it's me, my wife, and my daughter.
Oh, I'm talking about the individual rate. I don't know what the most people, but I can
Yes.
get it for you.
Okay.
Text me later and
All
I'll
right,
get you
cool.
the information.
No, I'll just put them on the individual and I'll still save some money. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know about the family rate, but the individual rate is much more affordable.
Man, shit, killing it.
Some,
All
some
right,
grown
what you got
ass
for us today,
problems.
Pat?
Some grown problems. I love
Man,
it. The story I have. I mean, there's a bunch of crazy stories, but this one I've always wondered it because, you know, we don't know what it's like to have a vagina,
Yeah.
right?
Certainly don't.
Right. Okay. So, this woman on TikTok, she claimed that she knew her boyfriend was cheating because he got better in bed. So, and spoiler, she was right.
Oh,
She was correct.
that means she has no faith in her own skills that she couldn't be the one teaching him.
Right, but I was wondering that because, like, if you pick up a tip from somebody else, or I guess like if you feel different, I don't know, like, because they also say like if a woman sleeps with a lot of men, she would feel different afterwards. Thank God, I've never had sex with someone and been like, oh my God, you feel different. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think that this is something that kind of flies under the radar, and you have to be incredibly in tune with somebody to notice this? Or is this just something where, like, dudes wild out and they learn a little flip move and they do it and it's super obvious?
I think learning a move is different from like your stroke. Like your stroke game changes. That's something different. If you learn a new technique. Like I just learned about eating coochie from the side, like actually turning your head. It's like noxing or something like that. It's an actual like theory, not theory of or a way of doing it.
Wait, so I put my head and my
Technique?
chin between the two thighs?
Technique, yeah.
No, you match lips.
Yes, basically like that.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
turn
So
your
my
whole-
head and my
So it's like
yeah.
going
yeah.
like this.
Okay, I like that.
Somebody finna throw it in there right now.
I'm gonna try
I think that's something different from like I had saw. All right, so like if you go from the back, let me see it. I don't want to give all my secrets away. I ain't gonna hold you. Fuck that. Y'all niggas gotta get it yourselves. All right, so I'll give you this one right here, fellas. If you're going missionary and you want to switch it up a little bit, put up 1 or 2 pillows underneath your
yes.
girls.
Oh,
Back
And the angle.
to raise, to raise the canal, and you can get a little deeper in there. But then it won't force you to have to do as much either. Also, if you're going from the back, like you're going from the back, and you have her lean forward and actually get her chest on the bed, and then kind of arch and lift up the tail. And when you go in, kind of go in this motion instead of this, right? So this is what you're typically doing right here. If you go in this motion, right, it will give her a completely different sensation. And because she already has that arch right there, you'll be able to get further in there. But
So you
that's
saying
all you get.
you
for
saying
you're like
saying
moving your hips?
waves?
You're like
yeah,
moving
it's
your
kind
hips
of it's kind of like
Swim in it.
Yeah, it's kind of so it's
Please don't, you
like
don't gotta do
it's
this.
like this.
Oh,
Instead of like It's more of a
How
like
does
this
this
is
always
kind of a
turn
body
into
roll right there. Just a little body roll.
Hey guys,
So-
you know what he just came back from?
Hey, relax, man. I just came back from Disney World.
now here's the problem. See, now all these people listening out there are gonna pick up a new tip, and now their girls are
Yeah.
gonna think they cheating.
But
That's
here's the
what-
thing:
that's it.
they're
There
gonna
we
pick
go.
up a new tip. They're not gonna perfect it yet. So if he starts doing this doing this, and over a week he gets better at it with her, she'll be like, oh.
But that's
you
what they
learned something.
think. Like, oh, who's he perfecting this?
But you
with?
ain't gonna perfect it off of 1 or 2 sessions. This is gonna take a couple weeks to perfect.
I want to go back to this other thing you said before, because you said some people say that if a woman has sex with a lot of men, that it feels different. But my thing is like, all things being equal, let's say a woman has sex with the same guy 100 times, or she has sex with 100 guys one time.
It'll
That
be just
vagina,
kind of the
that's still
same,
100,
right?
100 takes.
yeah.
So I don't know why it would feel
The
different. if it's
elasticity of
multiple
vagina
guys.
is amazing. First of all, it's gonna snap back. If they can push out a baby, they can push out a dick. They can
Yeah.
handle a dick. Right?
Yeah,
That's
for
gonna
sure.
be.
Yeah.
Now, the more babies that they handle, I have felt the difference in the more babies that have passed through those vagina walls. I felt the difference in that, but for the most part, if it's
I mean,
just
what are you
dick,
gonna do? You know, that's a superpower. Of course, it's gonna, you know,
I
leave a little less tread.
I definitely
certainly
can't do
can't.
it, but
I
you know,
can't.
kudos.
I wake up in the morning, I got a stiff left ankle, and I think it's the worst pain on earth.
Stiff left ankle.
Yeah, I wake up in the morning for 10 minutes, my left ankle is just stiff.
That is
Okay? And I feel like
incredibly specific.
and I feel like it's because it happened this morning. And I think it's the worst pain on earth. I'm a baby. I'm a baby.
So you
I'm
don't have a high
nope.
pain threshold.
No. I'm a baby.
Oh.
Okay? And so when I think about like childbirth,
Yeah,
childbirth.
there's a head just pop out from underneath the vulva.
And the whole thing, it's not even just like the worst pain for 4 hours. It's like the 9.5 months leading up
It's-
to it.
and after.
I mean, it
And
is
the
magical.
healing, too,
It's
yeah.
a super and the healing. It is. I mean, if they do a C-section, they literally remove your abs
with fire.
and move the shit and
They
get
use a
it's
fire
like,
blade.
Get out of here, yo! Women are crazy.
They're
to be able to
superheroes.
do that.
They
So
they had like a belt that simulated like a little bit of the contractions, and dudes just could not
I've
even
seen
hang
that.
for.
yeah, they were like, "This is a 3." He's like, "This is a 3."
It goes
Scale
up
of
to
10.
40. Like what the fuck?
If it was dependent on the male society to carry babies to prolong the population,
Extinction.
we would go extinct. I guarantee.
Or we would have found a way to make it so much easier.
Yeah.
Because we're very good at doing that. Too.
Yes.
No, we would
pussy way.
have taken over a poor third world country, and we would have had them have babies for us.
So it would have been the
That too,
Handmaid's
yeah.
Tale.
Yeah,
Handmaid's
we
Tale.
would have done
Yep.
that 100%.
Is that what Handmaid's Tale's
I
about?
don't know. I ain't watched
It's
this shit.
basically that. It's like the world gets to a point where only certain people can have kids, and then those people are taken into
like slaves, basically.
yeah.
We would do
It's
that because we're
it's an
horrible.
actual story based on things that happened to slaves. Like it's based on reality.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
Damn.
black slaves? Because I
Yes.
thought those were all like Quaker slaves with the little.
Oh,
Well,
they
they
do 'em.
took things from history and put them in the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Not the the get-ups in that's their own thing, but
But these aren't black slaves.
no.
Okay.
Because you can't have a
In the
show with
sh-
all
in the
black
show,
people. Come
yeah.
on now.
I was about to say, but so they took the
They would've
history
got-
from the
nobody-
black.
nobody
You
would
think they
care.
would have got lit for 8 seasons on Hulu if it was?
But they took the story and was just like, all right, give it to the oatmeal
They
women.
America the shit out of that shit. They took the part that served them best.
Just had like the little buckle shoes and
The
damn
motherfuckers
panty hats.
They had us believing for years that the Native Americans were the problem.
I'm
Yeah.
still mad at that. I remember being in class learning that
Me
was
too.
fake, and I was
Right.
like, but I'm still at the school they taught me that.
Bro, they had us memorizing the Nina the Pinta and the Santa Maria. We
Yeah.
had to memorize that.
What's
Yeah.
that?
That's
The
the three
ships that-
the
that
three
the
ships
Columbus,
that Columbus was on.
Yeah, came
Wasn't he on the Mayflower?
No,
No,
that's the
that was
Pilgrims.
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 That's
You're crossing
Pilgrims.
your colonists.
Yeah, you mixing up the bad white
What
people.
did Columbus
your
get
white
here on?
right.
Columbus got here on the Nina, the Pinta, and the
Pinta.
Santa Maria.
He was on.
landed in
He was on the
Caribbean.
Santa Maria. The Nina was the little one. No, the Pinta was the little one. The Nina was
Yeah.
the middle one, and the Santa Maria was the big one. And the three ships came over together.
Holy shit! So
And that was-
where's
And he landed in like
Where's the Mayflower?
West Indies.
Yeah, he landed in like the
Caribbean.
So he landed in the Caribbean. The Mayflower landed in Plymouth Rock,
Exactly.
There we go.
which is in Massachusetts. And then the first landing was Jamestown. I forgot who landed in Jamestown, West Virginia. That was the first city in America.
Well, was it the first one? Because
No, 'cause
Saint
Columbus
no,
did it?
Roanoke
Saint
technically
Augustine
was the first one,
Oh,
but
Saint
that one,
Augustine,
that
right,
one
is in-
disappeared.
Yeah,
Wait,
Saint
so
Augustine
what's the
is in
Jamestown thing? And West Jamestown is a thing.
Jamestown was a big, that was
Yeah.
like the first
forgot what
prosperous,
happened.
one of the first prosperous
So
cities.
where did Columbus land?
in the Caribbean.
Caribbean. I don't know
Caribbean.
exactly where, but he was not
That's
in
why they
any
call
of
it the West
US
Indies.
mainland. Yeah,
He
they
never
called-
was
They
over
called
there?
it the West Indies because they thought he was in India.
He never went over to the
No,
America.
he never got to
America?
mainland.
No, he never got to mainland. And they thought
What?
And he thought he was in India, so he was like, I'm in India.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's why
and
they
that's
called it West
why
India.
they
So the fake Thanksgiving dinner.
That's not related
That
to
happened in the
Columbus. That's
Caribbean?
not related
No,
to
no, 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 no.
Columbus.
You mixing up-
The Pilgrims did the Thanksgiving thing, not Columbus.
Oh.
So the Thanksgiving dinner was a
this
bunch
is
of
all
people.
made up, though, right?
No, this happened.
This is a bunch of people in England.
Parts of it are definitely
Okay.
over exaggerated. The Pilgrims did come here. They did have these certain things did happen. Like Columbus was a real person. He did do the terrible things. he
I
did.
smashed all those stories.
did.
together.
Nah,
You just
I
thought-
combined
you know
all
what?
of
I thought
colonization.
Columbus landed
hundreds
in
of
New
years
England.
difference between hundreds of difference between
Here's
hundreds
the
of years
thing,
between.
there are so many false truths that we've been told
This
about
is
it
true, too.
anyway. Smashing it together doesn't make it any more
I wrote it all
false
off as
than
a
what
lie.
it was anyway.
Yeah.
And you know why you
Right.
smashed it together? Because you learned about this one on Monday and you learned about the other one on Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, that was the unit. Because I
They
remember
try to gloss over a lot
Yeah.
of that early stuff.
Absolutely.
like we did the civil rights in a week. So it's like Monday Martin Luther King,
It was like a
Tuesday
day.
Malcolm X, Wednesday
That's
Black Panther
crazy.
Party, and then it was like that's it. And so
Yeah.
it's like,
It's a
of
lot
course
of
you
stuff to
smashed it
fit
together
in.
because you just learned the whole shit in that unit, right? That unit of history,
My
and
mind
that's
is
one
blown.
week.
So who was the main pilgrim?
Shit,
Who's
who
like
was
the
it?
lead
Wasn't
nigga?
it the dude from
John-
Pocahontas? John
yeah,
John
No,
John, John
no,
Smith.
not real, right?
Pocahontas is a different story.
Damn.
That's Jamestown.
See,
That's
Wait, so
Jamestown.
Pocahontas is pilgrims?
No.
no.
Columbus?
Nah. Pocahontas is the other one. So that's John Smith. All these
He was
Puritans.
Where was
Puritans.
where was Pocahontas like running around?
In like the Virginia, Jamestown, in like the Virginia part.
Wasn't
of the-
she the?
And those
She was a
weren't
guide
Pilgrims?
for
No,
two-
Pilgrims are in Massachusetts.
No, not Lewis and Clark though.
No. No, that's Sacagawea.
Sacagawea was.
She was with Lewis and
Lewis-
Clark.
Lewis and Clark.
Yeah.
Squanto was with the Pilgrims.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
It's a lot.
it's a lot.
But again, we've like they took out the bad
Whoa.
parts, filled in with whatever they want. We kept bits and pieces of it because we learned this, 15 years ago, and then 5 or 10 years ago, we found out that 70% of what we learned was false.
Fake anyway,
Yeah,
right?
because they were telling me that like, oh, yeah, the white people, the Pilgrims, and the Native Americans was breaking bread together, opening up a
Right.
cornucopia together. It's like,
Eating
wait,
The
turkey.
natives
like-
came and helped them
it's
out because
like-
they needed help.
it's like, yeah, you
that's
raped them and
not-
told them to stay here, or I'll shoot you.
And then
I
you
also-
gave them blankets filled with smallpox and wiped them out because they didn't know what this disease was.
I
Unbelievable.
also heard that there wasn't even turkey like that, like
No,
wild turkeys.
They didn't really eat turkey because they were really tiny. The only reason we have big ass turkeys is because we fill them with antibiotics and
The
full of shit.
deception.
Grab some coffee.
No wonder I didn't brush up on this shit. I'm
I'm
down.
good.
I'd never brushed up. After I was so betrayed once I heard that it was fake that I was just like, I never went back.
History is told by the winners, so they're going to tell the story that suits them best. Like the casualty counts in a lot of like the older wars and that are all skewed because they're like, oh, we had hundreds of people there, and it was actually like maybe
I
a
was
couple
told we
hundred.
won the Vietnam War.
Ha. They can't call it a war; it's a conflict because war was never declared.
Wow.
We just moved troops there.
I heard our numbers,
And
and
I-
I heard they did more numbers than
Oh,
us
yeah.
though.
Oh yeah, they
were guerrilla
killed
warfare.
more people.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And we left. I was
Yeah,
like,
that-
how did we win a war
it
that
was-
we left, didn't accomplish our goal, and they killed more people? It sounds like we lost like on
Sounds
all
like
Oh,
we
three
hella
fronts.
lost.
we've lost every war since World War II.
Yeah.
We lost the Korean War, war in Afghanistan,
Yeah.
Vietnam.
We lost Afghanistan.
We,
I mean-
did you look at our evacuation?
The Taliban is still in power,
They're
and
still
the goal was to get
yeah.
rid of the Taliban.
And they're still there.
They still there.
Now we gotta negotiate.
We
with them.
lost.
I don't know these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
So
like-
wait, how many wars? Let's just.
Shit.
How many wars have been since World War II?
Well,
You
we
got
had the first
Korean
Gulf.
War. You've got the Persian. You've got the Gulf War.
How did we lose the Gulf War?
I mean, that
'Cause-
was because we didn't really. A lot of our wars are like giving other people guns and then bombing the shit out of people.
Yeah, we give the guns, and then 20 years later, we
Yeah,
fight the
and
people
then
we gave the guns
exactly because like we were on the same
Iron
side
Man.
as the Taliban. We were giving them weapons to fight the Russians. And
Exactly.
Then they turned on us and said, "You're just as bad."
to. So all the weapons that the Taliban used to fight us, we gave them 20 years ago,
That's
or 30 years ago now.
the. Thank you.
Yeah, like Bin Laden was on our payroll. He worked.
100%.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So,
There's a great book by Steve Cole called Ghost Wars. It's amazing. It's an amazing, amazing book.
Ain't
And
there a Call of Duty?
his name's Steve Cole, called Ghost Wars, and it really takes in like how America was on the side of Afghanistan because we were trying to rock with India, and India was fighting with Pakistan, and Afghanistan was they were all against Russia. So we gave these. It's amazing how it gives you the five sides. I only know about it because I did the play based off of it called Blood and Gifts. But man, like it's an amazing book to tell you like it's all made with suits in rooms. Like people fly in, suits in rooms. 5 dudes will fly into a suit in a room and decide, okay, 300,000 people are gonna die for this cause.
They'll decide the death rate before saying.
Oh,
like,
they have estimates and all.
They
that kind of
know
stuff
like
before
if
they
we
get
do
into
this,
it.
it's gonna be this. If we do this, it's gonna be this based on like just how risky the thing is. And they knew everything. And it's like they were all doing it to fight the Russians. And then the calculated risk, they're literally thinking. A lot of times they think, I'm gonna be dead before this becomes a problem.
Wow.
That or
Yeah.
the people that are dying aren't U.S. citizens.
Right.
They're other people. So, they
So
don't
it's
matter
like
as much.
it's like, oh yeah, this is gonna definitely cause a
oh,
problem.
because they're 80 years old.
Yeah,
That
and so
too.
someone,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so someone
yeah.
is saying to him, "Yo, if you give the Taliban all these guns, what happens when this war is over and they want to fight us?" They go, "Shit, I'll be gone. Y'all,
Shit,
y'all
that's
can
in
deal
50
with
years.
that. That's gonna be in 20, 30 years.
Gonna
Y'all
be
can
a
deal with
memory.
that. You know? Yeah. Wow.
That shit's crazy.
Wow.
That's really scary to think about.
Yeah.
Well,
I
if
see
you
why.
look into what the CIA does, you'll be real scared. I mean, they're funding everything, drug running and all that.
Oh yeah, Snowfall.
Yes, sir.
I try to reduce
it makes
everything.
you wonder, like, cause like when I see actual crack pipes on the ground in downtown LA, nah, seriously, it's like, who's manufacturing this?
legally
right.
too.
Legally,
yeah, that's the interesting
getting
part.
it in,
Glass blowing that motherfucker.
distributing it to different like shops downtown. I literally went to
And
one
the
spot.
shops being like, yes, buy these.
Yes, they have them in the like the little plastic fishbowl joints. They just reach in. It's literally
That's crazy.
hundreds of these glass dicks. Is what
And
they
ain't
call
nobody
them.
smoking tobacco with them. You know how that's
Nobody.
how they always say, like, put your they always say
Herb,
tobacco
put
or
your
herb.
herb.
Yeah.
But this one is just.
Put your
It's
oregano in
literally just a glass bulb and a stem. It's
Yeah.
not the
So
ones
you
that are
couldn't
colored.
even. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the fancy ones that are
Yes.
for weed. It's not a weed.
It's nothing. You put the crack in the tube, and then there's a bulb. It's no way for the air to escape like
crazy.
an actual,
Yeah. A pipe.
a pipe. This is literally for crack, and I always think like
There's full LLCs.
somebody has to know this, which
Yeah.
means that somebody's okay in
And
this.
there's a factory that's producing
It's
all
a
this.
factory producing it. It's
Crack
on a
pipes.
manifest when it's getting shipped here. Somebody's looking over it. Okay, crack pipes, great. We were running low in South Central.
Do they
Bro.
test? Do they test them to make sure that they're
I was gonna
Just
say
have a line of
maybe
crackheads come in.
maybe they
approved.
prefer crack pipes over needles.
on like the pool?
Man, I
Over-
feel like
over sharing
all of that
needles?
shit
I don't
is
know.
Game, bro.
I don't know
Ron
how-
Funches had a amazing joke out. He's what did I just say? I think I saw it on Bread Improv's Instagram, and it was like. It's like I find it weird when people don't believe in any of the conspiracy theories. Like, like none of them. You don't believe none of you think our government is just
You
out here
trust the
bad.
government that much.
Right.
Bad,
It's
bad than
Nothing's
1,000.
going on.
He was like, well, I can't say whether it is or it isn't. He's like, because the government is meant to, run people and try to lead them the best as possible. They're responsible for people's well-being. He's like, and I'm not responsible for that many people. He's like, but I am a parent. I'm responsible for one son. One son. And I lie to that nigga all the time.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I have
It's
a
true, though.
I have a thing.
Damn.
I have a thing on conspiracy
Those
theories.
are the best
too.
jokes.
It was
You're
so
like,
good.
I have a thing on conspiracy theories. I'm like, I don't believe the conspiracy theory, but I also don't believe what I've been told. I'm like,
There's always a shred
yeah.
of truth
Exactly.
that they come from.
Exactly.
And everything.
I'm like, yeah, this might be bullshit here, but I also don't believe what I've been told. And I know
Right.
I have come to affect the fact that I don't know what I don't know. And I'm never going to know what I know until I know. And then I know.
but making that
There's
regular.
a lot of no's.
Yeah.
A lot of
I followed you exactly though. It's
But
like,
there was another recent comedian. I wish I could tell you who it was because I want to give him credit. But it was a comedian I saw recently. And he said, these white American and British people will go to like Egypt. They'll just be digging over here in their country. They'll find a bunch of their shit, like Egyptian shit, and be like, "Oh, we're gonna take this back with us."
Museum.
Yeah, we're gonna take it for the museum. And we thank you for letting us study this for the last 100 years. We're gonna take it back with us. And he goes, "Can you imagine if a bunch of Egyptians came here, dug some shit up, and was like, oh shit, Ben Franklin. We gonna take him back with us, right?
There was
He's-
Right.
he-
This
he's
actually
he's one of
happened.
your best guys, ain't he?
Right.
We gonna take him back
We
with
gonna
us.
take him back with us.
Yeah,
Wow.
we taking Ben Franklin to
Constitution?
Egypt.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
God, it takes
Ben
sense.
Franklin's
What?
bones
There
is
was
crazy.
there was a Native American activist that actually did that in the U.S. He went to a graveyard and started digging stuff up, and they were like, "You can't do that." And he's like, "Why? You did it to us?"
Ooh, there you go.
And what's crazy is because like that logic, even though it was like that sound logic, they'd probably be like jail.
Oh, Lord.
We know
yeah.
good, nice.
Absolutely.
We get your point, but jail.
You can have a nice long nap for a couple of hours, or years actually. How about a couple of years? Go ahead and get comfortable. It won't be as comfortable as a Helix mattress, but it will be comfortable Because when it comes to sleep, if you want to get it done right, you got to get you a Helix Sleep premium mattress, okay? This is a brand that is tailored mattresses based on unique sleep preferences. Everybody don't sleep the same. Pat probably sleeps all wild and crazy. You know, who knows when he goes to sleep? Behzad probably sleeps tucked in and, just like, look at that. He's a nice little dick. Me, I'm all on my side. If I don't have my CPAP, if I got my CPAP, I can sleep on my back. But everybody sleeps different. But Helix Sleep is dedicated to finding out the best way for you to get a good night's rest. And that's what they have. They have a lineup which includes 14 unique mattresses, including a collection of luxury models, a mattress for big and tall sleepers, and even a mattress made just for kids so the whole family can be outfitted, all right? So how will you know which Helix mattress works for you best? And your body. You take the Helix quiz, of course, and find out the perfect mattress for you in under 2 minutes. And your personalized mattress is shipped straight to you, to your door, completely free of charge. Listen, you get 100 nights free sleep, risk-free. You don't have to worry about anything. If you don't like it, they'll come back and grab the mattress for you. And you'll get a full refund as well, okay? Everybody's unique. And everybody's sleep is different. That's why Helix has 7 different mattress models to choose from, each designed for specific sleep positions and feel preferences. Of course, they have the mattresses for those people that run hot. That's me. You know, I'm always hot. I always got the leg out, the ceiling fan on, and the air on. I took the Helix sleep quiz. I was matched with the what was my luxury? Actually, I got the cooling mattress. Shipped it straight to the door in like 3 days. Tony Valentino was actually coming over. He helped me take it up. We unraveled it, took it out of that plastic that popped up, and we've been having some of the best sleep we ever experienced in our life. We being me and Farron. So, want to hook you guys up with this amazing opportunity to get this brand new mattress that comes with a 10 or 15-year warranty, depending on the model. And remember, you get to try it out free for 100 nights, risk-free if you don't love it. But we know you will. You don't have to worry. They'll come back and pick it up for you and get you a full refund. So, Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/DIYS. With Helix, better sleep starts now. Again, that's Helix, Helix, sleep.com/DIYS. And you get $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners right now. Okay, also, just want to let you know that Helix supports the military, first responders, teachers, and students by giving them a special discount on the site. Unlike a lot of other mattress companies out there, Helix owns its own manufacturing facility, so you don't have to worry about any hidden charges or anything like that. They can have a lot more leniency with you guys, so make sure you check them out.
That's great. Who needs better sleep than teachers and soldiers? Mm-hmm. I feel like that's a great little
first responders
great
too.
little campaign. That was the third person.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they do need.
I will say this though, when I had to go to the hospital in DC, I just got some paperwork from that, and they was like, "How did we do? Rate us." And I gave them all zeros. The motherfuckers didn't come get me from the room. I had to walk down from the room. Okay, when I got in the ambulance, they didn't turn the woo-woos on for me, so they just drive
in traffic.
The street.
Was it a real ambulance or was it a Sprinter van?
That was a real ambulance.
Okay.
It was a real ambulance.
Damn,
but they didn't turn the lights on for me. They was following traffic rules and laws. They was letting people merge over.
Because they thought you were good?
I don't know, but I was still in pain. I was visibly in pain, and once I didn't hear the sound, I was like, I'm not paying for this bill. I'm gonna dispute it.
That's wild to be like, all right, we're downstairs, come through.
Because the fire department came
Uber?
first. The fire department came first. I explained everything, and I'm laying on the bed in pain. I'm wincing, like just toppled over. And they was like, "You think you can walk?" I was like, "Nah." They say, "Well, the ambulance is here. We got to get you downstairs." And I'm like, "Why can't they bring it up here? I know they got a stretcher."
Right.
And so the 2 firefighters, they get on my side, and they kind of just like hold me up, and I have to still walk. They didn't carry it. They just like held me up.
Jesus.
But I was like,
Yeah, you should dispute that.
Yeah, that sucks.
yeah, I was not pleased with it. But
horrible ambulance.
here we are.
Yeah, I think the only job outside of teachers and soldiers and first responders that I think needs a better sleep is, I would say, actors. But other than that, you know.
You guys have nice enough beds. You guys have trailers.
Somebody going to get that clip, cut out where I laugh at the end, and cancel me because of it.
Sleep in your thirds.
Yeah.
Sleep in your third. Yes.
Yeah, third of a third.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of getting some good sleep, there's a dude who just made the news because his bed he shares with an alligator.
Oh, come on now.
Apparently, you can make any animal an emotional support animal, or most of them. Any guesses for where this was?
Florida.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
The gator must hate it up there.
Wow.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, how you got an alligator? What?
Maybe he took all the teeth out of the alligator because I don't understand how you sleeping with an alligator and just being okay with
If
it.
an
What if it's
animal
just
is
like-
cold-blooded, it don't love you.
And it's gonna get hungry one day.
If an
That's what I'm
animal
saying.
is
It's
cold-blooded,
hungry in the
it has
It's
instinct. It
those
wants
weird
to eat you.
when you see the headline of like, oh, man gets eaten by a crocodile, and you're just like, oh, the crocodile was so nice, and they always be like, that's so not like him, and it's like that was just instinct. But no, this guy's okay. 69 years old, 7-year-old emotional support alligator named Wally Gator. They spend every moment together, giving kisses, sleeping in the same bed. Apparently, he's described as super sweet natured. And they just be walking around together, hanging out. But everybody says it's awesome, but I would not recommend anyone do this.
Yeah, I don't like
Kissing.
It's a black guy, right?
it. What?
Can't you
He
get?
said
Can't you
it
get?
was a black guy.
No, she said this was a different one.
Oh, okay.
it's-
okay.
This guy's.
Can't you get like diseases from doing that to reptiles and that?
Be
can
honest.
get,
At home, when you pictured this man, everybody pictured a white guy.
Yeah,
everybody
he's, white.
pictured
He's
a
not
white
black.
guy.
He's not black.
That's the
Everybody
thing. Like,
pictures
I mean, as much as we try to act like we don't all perpetuate stereotypes, it's still a good amount of black people that don't swim.
Who?
So that's number
A lot of
one.
some stereotypes are blanket true.
I mean, just right spot on the money.
Blanket
I've
true.
been out here. I was in Jamaica. I did the bumper boats. I did the parasailing. I did all of that and can't swim.
Here's a
I've
question
been
for y'all.
snorkeling
Wait, Tahir, you
and
can't
ju-
swim?
Huh?
Wow.
You can't
I
swim?
cannot swim.
Snorkeling
I
is
know how to-
swimming.
I know how to not drown.
Right.
For
So
as
you know
long
how
as
to
I
tread
need
water.
to.
I know how to
Yes.
tread water,
Okay.
but I don't know how to
Okay.
swim. I
But
don't know how to
swim,
swim.
swimming.
My ears don't go in
You
the
just
water.
have to tip
No.
yourself forward and move your arms like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm
well,
not doing that.
I don't do
I
that.
need to keep my head above
When
water.
my,
so I
when,
can do this.
when my
Doggy paddle?
ears go in
Doggy
the
paddle?
water, it's done for
Huh?
me.
Doggy paddle?
I can doggy paddle,
Okay.
and I can tread water. And when I did snorkel, I was like, I mean, the water is here. I'm right here, right? I mean, I wasn't
Right.
going further than that
Yeah.
because I didn't want water to actually get in the snorkel.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going much for
Right.
here.
Right.
That's how, I know people are like, no, you can go under because the one that we had, like if the water got on top, it would stop it.
Yeah, it has
when
like
I
a
came up,
stopper.
all I had to do was exhale and it'll blow that water
Nah,
off
it's
first.
too much work.
I'm not doing it. I don't trust that.
Because what if I inhale in and the water come
Yep.
in? I don't
Yeah.
want that.
Right.
Yeah, a reverse exhale.
So here's a question. What are there stereotypes of your people that you won't do in front of white people?
Absolutely.
Because like for me, I used to go to the gym at Equinox and they have those eucalyptus towels. After you work out, they're like chill. They're in a little fridge. So after you work out, you sweat and stuff. You could take the towel. Everybody like puts them on the head. And my people call towel heads sometimes when people being racist. And so
Damn.
and so I would be in Equinox and I'd be like, oh, I'll go. And look, I can't really afford that gym. I'm stretching to afford it. So I'm like, I'm gonna use every damn fucking perk I got at this
Absolutely.
gym. So give me that fucking towels, I'm wrapping around my head, walking in the locker room, all these white guys look at me, and I'm like, I know when I walk by, they're like, towel head. And I'm like, so I won't do it. And so now I thought about it, I was like, whatever stereotype, would a black person not eat watermelon in front of white people? Would a black person,
It's always comes down to chicken and watermelon.
Yeah.
I've grown past the chicken thing.
Because
Like,
everybody loves chicken.
I will.
Man, Filipinos eat
Man.
way more chicken than black people.
Koreans eat chicken.
Oh,
And
man,
Indians
the
eat
whole
chicken.
Asian community be fucking chicken up.
And chicken and waffles is typically the best thing on the menu if it's
Yeah,
offered.
even
Absolutely.
that white restaurant chicken
Yeah.
and waffles
Right.
be slapping.
So
White
there'll
people
be
love chicken too. Just
Oh, they do.
there'll be
It's
times
like
I'm just like
unseasoned.
chicken and
Yeah,
waffles.
Yeah, you
know,
put
just
pepper on
whatever.
it. It's spicy white chicken for black. I mean, spicy chicken for white people.
What's that?
Whoa, this is. You went crazy, didn't you?
You know that this chicken marsala, when I was a kid, it sounded like to me masala, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, it was going to be spicy. Chicken marsala is just chicken and mushrooms. That shit is not.
What's masala?
Masala in Indian culture is like real spicy. Like,
Got it.
Like if you get something masala in Indian culture, that shit is red and brown. Like
Right.
that's every kind of seasoning you can
Where are you
imagine.
from?
So I'm actually something called Zoroastrian. So there's only 100,000 of us on Earth, but we
I
are.
was just gonna say I've never heard of that in my life.
Yeah.
Say it again.
So Zoroastrian.
Zoroastrian.
Yeah. So we are Indian by ethnicity because our people are in India, but our bloodline is from Iran. So we're simultaneously Middle Eastern and Indian at the same time.
Ah, there's not a Zoroastria.
Nah.
I
But
got
you-
so excited. I was like,
but
tell
you know
me
who
about
the most
it.
famous Zoroastrian was Freddie Mercury, lead singer of Queen. He
What?
was a
Really?
he was a Zoroastrian.
He was Middle Eastern?
yeah. Well,
Well, I guess if you got 100,000 less people
his
on
real
the earth,
name-
you got to know everybody
Yes.
that is part
Freddie's
of that.
Mercury.
so Freddie
I
Mercury's
thought
real
he was
name
white.
is Farouk Bulsara. He was Indian but born in Zanzibar in Africa. But he was Zoroastrian, so he's one of our famous ones. We got some others.
That's
But,
Queen, right?
yeah,
That's
yeah, that's
Queen.
Queen, yeah.
Is Queen like? Is Freddie Mercury like obviously Middle Eastern, or does he look like a white dude?
Well,
Because now I'm like, I'm not super into Queen,
so
but I
like
always
if
thought it
you,
was
if
a white
you look
dude.
at me, I'm light skinned too. You
Yeah.
know, we have brown features, but yeah, like Farouk Bulsara is like the most Zoroastrian name ever. Like he light skinned, but he had that mustache and stuff. You know what's funny? So the Zoroastrian community at the time, they didn't fuck with him because they were like, oh, you know, you gay, you do drugs, you swear, you do all kinds of shit, so we don't fuck with you. Then he got like knighted by the queen, became world famous, blah blah blah, like doing all kinds of shit. When he
Back
died,
then they didn't want
when
him.
he died, then they were like, nah, he should be buried here in India. It's like, fuck
Oh, they
you.
didn't like him until
Bro,
he died.
that's
Well, they
so
didn't like him until he got
crazy.
like knighted by the queen and he stopped doing all his shit.
He's
you know?
very ambiguous looking because he also looks like he could almost be Spanish of the Spanish descent. Too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
Freddie.
kind of see it. Okay, I see it a little
Yeah.
bit.
But yeah, so that's why I am. So I'm simultaneously Indian and Middle Eastern. I'm South Asian and Middle Eastern at the same time. Like,
So
because my ancestry is Iranian, but my ethnicity is Indian. I was born in.
you
America.
guys are like Creole Indian people.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that was a stretch, and
Yeah.
he still missed it.
we something called the new term that people talk. It's called Manasa, right? Middle Eastern, North African, South Asian. So that includes like
Whoa, say it again.
Manasa. So
Okay.
Manasa includes the Middle East, North Africa meaning like Egypt, Libya,
Yep.
right? And then South Asian, which is like Pakistan, India, Afghanistan.
Got it.
So Manasa includes kind of like that region of the world. Because otherwise we have to say Asian. But when you say Asian, you don't think of us.
No,
Yeah.
so that's when I went on your page, and because I like to always do a little research.
Yeah.
But I saw that you were in the support of like the Asian something. I was like, wait, no,
It's so
It's
weird.
wait, I was literally
Yeah.
puzzled for like 10
This
minutes.
cleared
I
up
hit
a lot of
Hippie up. I
stuff
was
for
like,
me.
Hippie, find me as much information on Behzad as possible because I don't know
Yeah.
who he is.
Well, it's hard because, you know, unlike, you know, the census and the surveys and all, they always say, like, anytime you fill out anything, health insurance, whatever, it's like, what is your ethnicity? And they
It's like
always...
Hispanic or not Hispanic.
Yeah.
I'm like, those are the only two
That's
options.
it?
and for me,
Hispanic, white,
so
or white.
it'll be like Pacific Islander. No, it'll be like Asian. And now look, technically, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, they're all in Asia.
Right.
So technically, yeah, I'm Asian, but you don't mean me when you say Asian. You
Right.
think crazy rich Asians. You thinking Korea, China, Japan.
Right,
like you
right,
thinking
right.
Asia. So we've really worked hard, especially with SAG and stuff, to create this term to get more traction of Manasa because that gives us our region. So that's Iraq, Iran, Baghdad, Syria, you know, all the Kazakhstans, and then like Pakistan, India, Afghanistan. So
How
that's
many
our region.
Kazakhstans are there?
There's all the stans. There's like Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan. There's a couple more.
Oh, I thought you
Stan is
said like a
root word
term
in
for it.
Russian
Okay.
for territory.
Yes, Istan is like the land. Yeah.
Oh, that's a
So,
Russian thing?
Yeah.
It's a Russian term, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
The
bogus.
more you know.
Yeah.
I
Like,
knew none
this
of
is
this.
way more helpful than your 7th or 8th graders geography
Yeah.
and
Right.
social studies class. Just have them watch damn internet too scary. They gonna learn some shit. They gonna laugh, get some discount codes. We're bringing what's the new term?
Manasa.
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 We got the new shit over here.
New shit.
No Manasa. We out here engaging with the community.
We
okay?
the best.
We
We
the
the
God
best.
did. Behzad did.
Behzad did.
Guess who's a member of the Manasa community?
Who's that?
DJ Khaled.
What's he
Okay,
from? I
'Cause
thought he
he-
was from wherever French Montana was from. Morocco?
That's Manasa, because that's North Africa.
Ah. Is he Moroccan? DJ Khaled?
I don't know, but
Nah, I don't think
he
so.
Middle Eastern or something. I think
Yeah.
he Syrian, Lebanese, Libyan. I don't know.
I know his
don't
mom. He said his mom speaks like 5 or 6 languages.
Yeah.
And he says he speaks like 3 or 4. I've never really heard him do a whole lot of anything else, but you
Yeah.
know, we out here though. God did.
Americans are just the best and worst at just super generalizing a people.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like
Oh, yeah.
I grew up not knowing the difference between Hispanic and Latino,
None.
difference between like middle. It's a lot of generalizations out here. I'm
the
glad
people
you
say,
told us this.
People say all kinds
DJ
of wild
Khaled,
shit.
his parents were born in Palestine.
Palestine. Palestinian.
Okay.
I should have known that.
Why?
Part of the Middle East. I don't know why I should have known that, but I don't know why I
should've
should have
known.
known, but I feel like I should have known.
I should have known.
I know a lot of things. I didn't know that.
Well, did you know that right now, through one of our partners, DraftKings,
Nice.
you could place a $5 bet and get a free $200 in free bets instantly.
What?
That's right. Because
I'll
it's
do that.
football season again. Football season
DraftKings.
is here, and we're partnered
Let's
with
go.
DraftKings right now. Right now, new customers can bet just $5. All right, if you got $5 to place it on DraftKings, you get $5 bet, and then you get $200 in free bets instantly. And as an added bonus, for week 1, everyone can experience the thrill of DraftKings the early win promotion, okay? This is an early win promotion. We got tons of prizes for you guys. All you have to do is download DraftKings and get in on this. It's simple. Bet on an NFL team to win. If your team leads by 10 at any point during the game, you get paid instantly, even if your team loses. All right? So if they lose at the end of the game, doesn't matter. As long as they lead by 10 at some point in the game, you win instantly, okay? So download DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the promo code DIYS to get $200 in free bets instantly once you place a $5 bet. This Sunday, okay? So do this now. Don't wait. Do that right now. That code, again, is DIYS, and that's only at DraftKings Sportsbook app, and it's an official sporting betting partner of the NFL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. This part I got to say, this is just part of it, so just go with me, guys. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling or referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-426-2537 in Illinois, Indianapolis, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Wyoming. You can also call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona, 1-800-522-4700. Colorado, New Hampshire, 888-789-7777. All right, I think I got the rest of it right there. There we go.
I could tell by how you started. You thought it was going to be much faster.
I didn't realize it was that many phone numbers. I thought I was going to be able to go home, and then it was like... I can't say these numbers fast like that because I don't want to mess up on the number somebody really needed. And
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Someone's at home like, I really need this number.
Yeah.
What? Can you say that
That's
a little
the crazy
slower?
thing. They be wanting you to buy the drugs like on these commercials so bad. They
Yeah, you
so
can't hear that fast.
Did you just say I'm going to get an extra arm?
Can you hear that fast?
If I take this asthma medicine, I could potentially get an extra arm. Bitch, no.
The side effects are always worse than whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll be like, do you get migraines? This causes anal bleeding. And I'm like, damn.
Hold up. Wait a
Anal
second.
bleeding? I'd rather have the migraine.
I'm walking around all day. What are you talking about? Anal bleeding.
I'd rather have the migraine, please.
My problem was diarrhea.
I work at the Cheesecake Factory. I wear white pants every day at the Cheesecake Factory. You're telling me.
Did I sit on the cherry sauce again? That
the
cherry
third
sauce.
time
is everywhere.
today?
Seeing a waiter with a boo-boo stain is
Oh man, I'll never
idiot.
eat at that place again.
that will ruin
man.
ruin your day.
I will never eat at that place again.
Speaking of ruining your day, though, I still can't believe Columbus landed in the Caribbean.
That ruined your day?
I'm
Yeah,
just
that's why it's the
like,
West
what?
Go
Indies,
home
man.
and be like,
I'm like, what?
Think about how wrong he was. He thought he was in India.
I thought he was wrong and landed
Bro, I wonder
on the East Coast.
We have never heard anything about him realizing how wrong he was, right? Because that was probably after the fact.
I think he died.
Oh yeah, he
I
must have
think
died.
he died before that, or if he did, who cares?
Wait,
at
we
that
still
point?
call it the
Oh,
West
he
Indies?
died
Yeah.
thinking that he was still in India?
He
That's
probably
why,
did.
would
Yeah.
be
but that's why they were called the Indians.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But I,
Like,
wa-
we
I
still
want
do
to.
that
I
shit.
want to like see his face, like you was wrong as fuck, boy. He was like, well, I don't care.
Yo, it
I'm
would.
right.
It's like not even as wrong as I'm in Chicago, driving to New York, land in L.A., and then start calling a bunch of motherfuckers the New Yorkers, and then being like, "Oh, Hollywood Bowl, nah, that's the Empire State Building." Like he's that wrong.
That
But
wrong.
what do native Caribbean people look like? Don't they look like kind of black? Like Rihanna?
Yeah.
That changes everything in the whole visual in my head. I had the image they gave us, which was just like the classic Native American with the I don't know what the Caribbean Native Americans look like.
You know what's so crazy? The more I've been seeing like traditional Native Americans in getting their representation in movies, like the new Predator movie, they use all Native Americans.
Yeah.
Like
They
all
also
the
you can watch
entire
it. You
cast.
can watch it in Comanche language too.
Oh, really?
Which is the way to watch it. That's
Yeah,
how I
that's the way
recommend
to watch
watching it.
it.
Yeah.
I haven't
That's
seen a lot of the Native Americans doing the representation. I haven't seen a lot of them with the feather headpieces. Is that something that was made up too?
Well, I know that it was.
It was very ceremonial. They didn't walk around. With
Okay,
them. It was
so it
like
was
super like
typically-
specific times they
Gotcha.
were.
And then they I remember that used to be a Halloween costume, and
Yeah.
that's like very
Bro.
very offensive
Yeah.
now too.
But I mean, the more you don't know, I mean, when you don't know that stuff, it's like, you know,
because it is beautiful. You know,
right?
you
It's
kinda
beautiful,
wanna
but
just be
also
"Oh,
like
this is
even just saying like the way they sit. Like I make it a purpose to say crisscross applesauce or
it used to
legs
be-
folded
what was
instead
it,
of
Indian
saying
style?
Oh, Indian
yes,
style,
yeah.
right,
Because
right,
you know
right.
you don't want to be offensive. You don't know what is offensive because it
Right.
it changes the list to offensive words.
It's also
and
the
saying
whitest.
changes every day.
This one's good though. You're talking about football, like you're talking about the Redskins, right? When the whole Redskins controversy was happening before a football team. One of my favorite responses I saw was from a comedian. Again, you see these comedians be on point.
Oh yeah, they know.
But so the dude, the response from the NFL, the dude who owned the Redskins at the time, was like, "We have talked to many Native Americans, and we have found that the Native American community is not offended by the word Redskins."
They said we have Native friends.
And they-
basically.
and they- no, but check this
My
out. Check
best
this out.
friend is Native.
Check this out. He goes. All the Native Americans we spoke to said that they are totally fine with the word Redskins. And then the comedian's response was, "If that's true, how come you didn't say this? We have spoke to many Redskins, and all the Redskins that we have spoke to said that they're fine with the word Redskins. Every Redskin we spoke to said that Redskins
this
was okay. How come you
offensive
didn't
was-
say that?
Right.
Because you know it's offensive. That's why
Yeah.
you said Native Americans."
That's crazy.
That was the thing. I was like, that's a mic drop right there. You straight up wrote a whole press release and did not use the word Redskins in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Except when you mention what you talked to them about.
Yeah, that's wild. You should have just said, "I know I talked to all the Redskins."
Yeah.
Wow.
That's great, man.
That's insane.
Let
that
comedians run the world.
Man.
they have
listen.
those points that it's uncomfortable to talk about in the beginning in the first place. But then it's like it's funny, but it's also like, damn, that's true. So you remember it. If it was just like a
Yeah.
fact, like I have way harder time like just remembering certain fun facts as opposed to like a joke, because it's like how they tie it together is so dope.
Comedians
Sure.
and musicians. You remember things with
Yeah.
musicians. Mm-hmm. That's why they're like, what sound does the letter make? Tell me.
What song is that?
Y'all don't know about phonics? Oh my God, y'all don't know about phonics?
I mean, I
Y'all
know
don't
phonics.
still hear it?
Let's go
Phonics. Phonics. Grace's phonics. It's the new like lit way to teach your kids
ABC.
ABCs.
Oh, it's current.
It's current.
I've been seeing like a bunch of like
Gracie's
lit trap
Corner. That's what it's
songs.
called.
Gracie's Corner, okay.
Gracie's Corner.
It's like a little
I
black
am
girl?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
I've
the
seen
black
that.
girl, and she's like, "What sound does the letter make?" The beat is lit. I don't have no kids.
Gracie's Corner. They
Yeah,
doing it in there
I
right
don't have
now.
no kids. Y'all gotta listen.
I'ma check it
I've
out.
seen
I
one.
would
I don't
jam
have
to this
kids
shit
either.
in the car.
Okay, well, Jerry Bowen said Redskins' new name is the Warriors. He also said, where is it?
Is that
He
true?
says-
Is it the Warriors?
They changed
I
it
thought
to
it
the.
was just the
I thought it's the football
Wash-
team.
Yeah, the
It
Washington.
was just the football team, but I think they might have, because she lives in the DMV. She said, listen, I live in the DMV, and football fans still say Redskins low key. And I'm not surprised.
They
'cause
couldn't
people,
think of nothing
People
else.
in Chicago still be
Tower.
blasting R. Kelly. You understand me? You will never stop Chicago from
No,
stepping
they
in the
changed
name of
Redskins.
love.
They changed the Redskins to the Commanders.
Commanders. Okay.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
Chiefs offensive?
They got the pass.
Okay.
They got pass, and the Seminoles got it. The Florida college,
Yeah.
they got the pass as well.
Because chief is like a
It's like a-
respected term.
yeah.
And
Okay.
you could be like, oh, it's universal because you can use chief in different
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
but the
so
Cleveland
yes.
Indians logo with the big smile and the feather.
Yeah, they
Yikes.
yeah.
That's wild. That was like literally still
That was
propaganda.
That was Sambo. It
Yeah.
was Native
Yeah.
American Sambo. That was
right.
Yeah.
Mammy.
That's like a Bugs
Yeah.
Bunny cartoon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That
exactly.
shit crazy as hell.
That one's wild.
Yo, they wild.
It's
as
also
hell.
crazy that they landed in the Caribbean was like, you guys are Indians, and since you sit like that, Indian style.
Yeah.
I'm
Bro.
sitting Indian. It's like double
Just
wrong.
because, it's like, just because you didn't understand their language, you came over here
Double
trying to
wrong.
like name shit. Like they don't understand you, motherfucker. It's
Indian
so
style.
Yo, the audacity of Europe
Yeah.
has never been matched. Them
Yeah.
motherfuckers just was like, we ain't doing all this shit, but we need all this shit. Slaves, bitch.
Yeah.
They went to Africa and robbed Africa of every fucking resource and mineral.
Yeah.
Everything they had was like, yeah, and by the way, this is my territory. I'm going back
Yeah.
home, bitches. Out. How do you do that?
And you know who has a great thing about this too? John Leguizamo. I think it's on Netflix or HBO, one of them. But he has a whole special called "The People's History of the United States." And John Leguizamo does like a 1 hour special
He's good for
one-man
those one-man-
show.
He's been doing one-man shows since the 90s.
And this is an
Damn.
old one, but he talks about who was here, you know, what they look like, how people come, and you learn so much in that hour, and you crack your ass off. You
Yes.
laugh your ass
John
off. So
Leguizamo,
John Leguizamo
is
kills
so
it.
fucking
Yeah.
talented. He's been doing one-man show. I don't even know how many he has, but he has to have at least at least 5 to
Yeah, he's
5
got
to
great
10.
ones. And he's been in the game for years. He's killing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, he's so good.
I want to
Yeah,
check
he's
that out.
great.
'Cause
It's called The People's History of the United States or
Yeah, something
something
like
history like that. John Leguizamo, man, that's my guy right there.
I mean,
And if you ever get fortunate enough, he also does the show live still. He tours it every once in a while. I got to see it live a couple years ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, so much energy on that stage. Killing it.
you got to
Killing
remember Halifax. He must be really good at remembering dates because I'm
Yeah.
terrible at that.
it. Yeah, man.
I feel like I'm gonna do a history dive now because I just
You just
there's
gotta
sometimes
make it rhyme or something. Like do a word association with the dates.
make it rhyme. 1971
I gotta see how many he
when
has.
the war was won.
How many one-man shows he has? I know he has. God,
Because you got whatever streaming platform has his. I don't know what it is, but they got all of them. I think it might be HBO Max or
Linguizamo.
something because they got all
John
of those motherfuckers.
Linguizamo. I just feel like I'm gonna start doing more research on this kind of stuff because I actually just got back from. I went to Alaska for a little bit for
wow.
a shoot, and the native people up there, they were done so wrong. We went to this cultural center and got to sit down with one of the leaders over there, and he just told us about everyday life. But then he went into the history, and apparently, like the settlers came over, obviously took things, split them up, and all this stuff, and then made it illegal for them to practice their own culture
Wow.
until like a few decades ago. So now they're like just now getting everything back, just now like teaching the kids the language. A lot of grown natives there don't know the language because it was literally like illegal for them to speak or teach their own language in their own house. And I was just like,
And did y'all know
this
that
is insane.
Eskimo is a slur?
Yes,
Yeah.
I learned that
know
out like
that.
the last
Yeah.
few years.
And let me tell you why. Because they're Inuit people, right? They're native people. One tribe of Inuit people is the Eskimo.
Yeah.
So that's like calling all Asian people Chinese.
Ah,
Because it's like,
I
well,
didn't
no,
know
there's
that.
Japanese, there's Korean, there's all right, there's South Korean, right? There's all kinds of stuff. And like, so calling all Inuit people Eskimo is actually a slur, unless you were an actual from the Eskimo tribe.
So did they reach in contact with Eskimos and then say like, oh, I think this is
I don't even know how it came to be. I only learned this from a native person because I said it like unknowingly, and she was like, "Oh, that's actually a slur." I was like, "Damn, I didn't know."
Is it a slur or is it like calling somebody from the DR Mexican?
I think it's like I would prescribe it to like just saying any Asian person you know, you say that's Chinese.
Okay.
Like,
I thought it
you
was
know.
like a bad word, but it's basically
I
just
think it's just
saying.
offensive.
People could
It's
get
just
offended.
offensive.
People will get
No,
offended.
it's offended,
Yeah.
but it's literally because it is an actual tribe though.
Yes, there are Eskimos, but I think that's like one of I don't know however many hundreds of Inuit tribes.
It's kind of like gypsy, right?
Yeah, gypsy I think is a bad word to say too.
it's like a who you're talking to
Yeah.
situation.
Right.
like gypsies can call each other gypsies.
Yes.
Damn,
it's
Eskimo
one of
is
those
such a
terms
cool
like-
name. It's one of the
Yeah.
coolest
Yeah.
words.
Damn,
Eskimo.
that's crazy.
That's
Okay.
tight. That's not tight, but I mean, I like the word Eskimo.
Well,
a lot.
now you know.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Don't do it no
research
Eskimo.
You could have said, "Don't do it, no Eskimo."
I hard and read it and said it wrong. Don't do it. God
Hey, don't
damn
say
it.
that, no Mo.
Corbin built the block fast as fuck on that boy, didn't he?
Don't say it, no Eskimo. That shit was hard
Corbin,
to say.
I know, right?
Don't say it,
In
no
your head,
Mo
you say
Eska.
it. We gotta get the fuck
Goddamn.
up out of here, man. Hey, listen. Behzad, you want to tell the people where they can find you? If you got anything coming out you want them to check out, here's the time to do all of that at them right now.
Well, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. It's my first and last name. Let me spell it for you as BEHZAD DABU.
Dabu.
Behzad Dabu. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. And what I'm working on right now is actually I'm working on developing a show. So
Nice.
I'm developing a show. I'm in development with the great writer Marcus Gardley. And we are working on bringing a drama featuring an Indian family into the United States. Shockingly, that's never happened. So we're bringing an Indian American drama to the United States. It's called Rite of Passage. And so hopefully we get that going pretty soon. But development takes a long time.
Yes, it does. Man.
Hell yes.
that's what I'm working on right now.
Representation.
Yeah. It takes a long time.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm saying like, even the lessons you told us on the show today, I feel
Yeah.
like can be brought to more of a mainstream level.
I wanna
America
bring a-
generalized.
I want to bring an Indian American show to TV where it ain't about like arranged marriage, where it ain't about like, you know, the mom wants you to marry this person and they're talking inside. It's like, no, like my family came here like living. Like, can we show a real thing? And it's starting to happen more. Hulu's doing some stuff with that new show Mo and
Yeah.
Rami and stuff like that. But
You
but
guys need your Cosby show.
Yeah, we need something like that, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm really looking forward to working on that, and so that's what I'm working on. Yeah.
There it is, man. Well, thank you so much for pulling up on us, man.
Thanks for
It was
having
an
me.
absolute pleasure,
Thank
bro.
you
You
for
came
having
through
me.
with the great energy,
Anytime.
the jokes, and the knowledge. You dropped the love and knowledge. I love when we can learn on the show and learn with you guys as well. Definitely shout out to the More Mob and the Scary Squad. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. Y'all was deep today. I think like 45, 46 of y'all. Appreciate
Let's
y'all
go.
pulling up, man. It's always a great time. Shout out to the homie Killer Cam. Y'all seen him on the Cam Squad. I heard somebody was like, my baby Cam dropping knowledge today. Hey, y'all ain't looking Cam.
He
You
had
know
help.
what I'm saying? Look
He
at
had
the
help
cheeks.
today.
Look at the cheeks.
The double knowledge.
You know what I'm saying? Well, listen, man, as always, I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And we'll see you next week on the next episode of Damn Internet. You scary. Peace, guys.
Later, guys.
Boom, boom.